Welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Happy Hour. I'm your host, Chris Wright. Oh man, weather's getting warm. It is the real estate time. This is when we start getting busy. People start coming out of their homes. They want to see houses. And it's just an exciting time for real estate agents. Yes, we work during the winter. It's a little bit slower, but we grind. And that's when we're making all of our contacts, getting in touch with all of you out there, seeing where your head's at, seeing if you're ready to buy some property or sell property. But as we get busier, another thing happens. And you guys start applying for real estate mortgages and putting applications in for loans. And once we get backlogged and we have, two, three, 4 to 5 home buyers backlogged that we're working with all at one time, pending, then we run into some of the problems with the mortgage process. And so I talked to a few loan originators just to get an idea of, what are some of your top 10 pet peeves that you have in the real estate loan origination process. And it was interesting, some of the responses I got back. And we're going to talk about that. This is going to be kind of a two-part series because my wife, who actually works in the industry, we're going to sit down here, have a couple drinks, have some fun, and talk about that as well from the real world, from someone who actually works in this space every day, and just so we can get an idea what their feelings are. But we'll go through some of these pet peeves again with her, and we'll kind of add some levity to the situation and laugh about it a little bit as we drink our wine and our whiskey. But for today, like I said, we're going to go over those top 10 pet peeves of loan originators and things that can actually, seriously, things that can actually speed up the process when you are applying for a mortgage and hoping to close your new home in a timely manner. So we'll be right back on the other side and we will talk about that a little bit more. This is the Real Estate Happy Hour, and I'm your host, Chris Wright. It's a fun place where we talk real estate, pop culture, and what's trending. Hey, I might even give you some good advice, so grab yourself a drink, sit back, relax, and take a listen. Unless you're driving, of course. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, so once again, we are going to talk about the top 10 pet peeves of loan originators. And like I said, I live with one. And right now she's working in customer care. She's not processing as many loans like she did in the past. That just wasn't her jam and she didn't like it as much. But we'll talk to her when she's actually on the show. Her name is Donna. She works for the Premium Mortgage Corporation based out of Rochester, but they also work here in the capital region. Just wanted to give them a quick shout out. But today, let's go over some of those things. So what's the first thing? Incomplete documentation. So often, one of the first things that happens when someone said, I need to apply for a loan, they need to submit documentation. And if you don't have complete documentation, then it's going to cause delays in the whole loan process. So if your loan originator asks for bank statements, don't take pictures of the bank statements. Go to the website, download them, get PDFs, and make sure that you upload clear copies. If they ask for 30 days, give them 30 days. If they ask for 60 days, give them 60 days or 90 days, whatever they need. Make sure that you give them exactly what they asked for. If they're asking for W-2s, 2022, 2023 W-2s, make sure you get those W-2s in. If they ask for 2022 and 2021 income tax returns, job verification, pay stubs. Don't think that if I don't answer, it'll go away. No, you need to make sure that the documentation that they ask for is sent in. Otherwise, when I call them as the real estate agent and going, hey, how you doing with my client, John Smith? They'll say, I'm still waiting on his docs. I asked him to send them to me. I can't start the application process without them. Now, what's great about that is that when they're getting a pre-approval, a lot of times just to get the pre-approval, they may ask for some of those docs, I say docs, but they may ask for some of the documentation from you. And it's a good idea to get as much as possible. Be prepared for this process prior to even applying. All right. But you are going to be asked for a lot, and it's going to be a pain in the ass, but someone's about to give you hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they want to make sure that you are legitimate and that you're not a Nigerian prince. So just make sure that you get those documentations in there. All right, what's next? We got hiding financial information. This is huge because it's like you have to disclose all financial information accurately. All right. Because if you don't, it's going to lead to complications later. If we find out things that if you tell the loan originator that you have income that you don't actually have, or that I was going to make my down payment with the money under my mattress, or that I keep in a shoebox under the bed. No, they need to know where all of the money is coming from. If someone's going to give you a gift down the road, we just have to know. Not we. Don't tell me anything if you don't want to. I'm your real estate agent, but that lender needs to know all sources of income, where it's coming from. If there's a friend or someone you're co-signing with, they're going to need all of their financial information. It can't be I detail cards on the weekend under the table. I'm going to be using that money as a down payment. So please, please, please disclose all of the information accurately. All right, what else we got next? Changing interest rates. Now, this, you as the applicant, there's nothing you can do about it. But what I can tell you is that if you ask a mortgage loan originator, what's the interest rate? They may say today 6.2, 6.5, and you go, great. But don't get your mind set on that because and then, by the way, as the interest rates change up and down, that's also going to affect your payment. So you don't really get locked into an interest rate until you find a house. So the longer you take to find a house, interest rates can fluctuate up and down, and it can get frustrating for the loan originator because they're hoping to get you at the lowest payment possible, something that you can manage, something that's affordable. So it's really hard when they tell you your payment's going to be $1,800 a month. You take too long to find a house, and now it's $1,900 a month, and then maybe you're out of the ball game, and your debt to income doesn't allow that. So make sure that you find a house as quickly as possible. Interest rates do matter. And again, interest rates can go up or down. So maybe, delaying the purchase of your home, interest rates may go down and your payment may go down. I just had a guy a couple weeks ago. It was a VA loan, and he said, "Hey, maybe my payment will be lower now. Can you check to see if I can get more money?" I checked with the loan originator. She said, unfortunately, the rates actually went up. So now he can actually afford less. So yeah, that can be a frustration for the loan originator. It does affect terms and client expectations. All right, what else we got? We got unrealistic expectations. A lot of times, the clients just don't understand the complexities of the mortgage process, and they don't understand that these complexities, they can cause delays. All right. So, but you as the customer have to understand that this is not an easy process, from asking for all your documentation, asking all the proper questions from the loan originator to you, working with an underwriting department, working with a processing department. There's a lot that goes into it. So don't think, what's going on with my loan? What's going on with my loan? What's going on? And this is, bullshit. And I'm not getting the results that I expect. Well, you know what? If you have a nice, clear, concise conversation with your loan originator, checking in from time to time, understanding, hey, are you waiting for me or am I waiting for you? Tell me where we are in the process. They may say it's under underwriting right now. We had some problems with the appraisal, or we had some problems with, your pay stubs, or we may need a new pay stub, or that bank statement was too old. Just find out what they need from you on a daily basis, because that loan originator that you're dealing with is dealing with other people. So make sure that they have what they need, but it is a very, very complex process, and make sure that you don't have unrealistic expectations about when this process is going to be completed or delayed. All right. Next one is delay of third party services. So a third party service would be like an appraiser. Um, The appraiser does not work for the loan, the lender. So that's someone who is hired by the lender to go out and do the appraisal. Well, what if they're slow? What if they don't respond to the request? What if they what if they do the actual appraisal, but they don't actually get back to the lender, or they're 5, 6, 7, 8 days out by getting a report in? That's a delay. So there's also inspections. What if the inspector, we're waiting for the inspector to get us a report back so we can actually even order the appraisal? So sometimes there are third party delays, and that can be an area of frustration for the loan originator because you want them to move fast and they're held up by the appraiser or the inspection or whoever's third party. Or maybe something needs to be repaired in the house to move forward and they're waiting for contractors. It's just a process. So you need to contact the lender or the loan originator and say, hey, what's going on with my loan? They'll let you know. You know, we're waiting for the appraiser to send us the report. I'm not sure what the delay is. I sent them an email. I left them a voicemail. I'm not getting a response. I'll see if I can find another way, maybe calling a supervisor or whatever the case may be. Or sometimes just getting another appraisal out there. I don't know. But I just want to let you know that sometimes delays are caused by third party services. All right, rate shopping. Now, this is on you. Okay. So this has happened to me a few times and it's really a pain in the butt. You have a loan or you have a pre-approval, you're working with a lender, but while they're trying to work on your loan, you're still rate shopping, trying to get the best rate. Don't do that because you know what? It could affect your credit depending on when you do it. So you're out here, your loan is in process. You're 3 weeks into the process. You see something on, CNN or CNBC or some Fox Business News. Interest rates have dropped, and you immediately, as opposed to calling your lender and saying, "Hey, can I take advantage of these new rates that have come out?" No, you just go ahead willy nilly and decide to start applying for loans all over the place, seeing if you can get a better rate. Not understanding that you have to start all over again. And what you didn't take into consideration is all the work that the lender's been doing for you. You know, the processing department, the realtor, the underwriting department, everyone's working for you so you can get in your house in a timely manner and your online rate shopping possibly affecting your credit and possibly blindsiding us by saying, oh, I got another loan. I'm going to be working with this bank or that credit union. Please, please, please talk to your realtor, talk to your loan originator about not doing that or seeing if you could take advantage of the rates with the bank that you're currently working with. And of course, they're going to tell you how you can do that. All right. Slow response. So this happens often. The reason that your loan process is taking a long time is because you are being too slow. They're calling you. They're telling me, the realtor, Chris, I'm trying to reach our client. I've left several voicemails. I left a couple of emails. Next thing you know, you respond a week later. Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm just getting back to this email. Or I just checked all my voicemails. I was out of the country. Or I went on vacation. I went to Disney with the family and I didn't check my email. You're in the middle of a loan process. You're the one who said, I want to close at the end of the month next month. Okay. So why are you not responding to your emails? Why are you not responding to your voicemails? People are trying to get in touch with you. Attorneys, your attorney, your lender, your realtor. We're all trying to move this along so that we can stay on contract date. So please, please, please don't be slow with responding. That hurts everybody. All right. So, yeah, make sure that we respond in a timely manner, respond to your emails, respond to your voicemails, get back to your loan originator and your realtor right away. And agents, this goes for you too. Unresponsive agents can be just as much of a pain. We want to make sure that we are responding to emails, to phone calls, the attorneys, and especially responding to our clients. But unresponsive agents, you know who you are, you're out there. The number that you dialed, voicemail, is full. Why is your voicemail full? Um, Phones just ringing, going straight to voicemails, and voicemails being full is one of my top pet peeves. Mine is probably full right now. I need to go take a look at that. But yeah, you only get, I think, about 15 to 20 and then your voicemail fills up. So you need to empty that every now and then. And sometimes someone will text you and say, "Hey, I tried to call you, but your voicemail is full. Please contact the loan originator." It's very, very important. Something may have happened that's going to slow down the process, and we can't move forward. Like a bad W-2 or a bad, a tax return or a bad bank statement that's obsolete, or it needs to be updated because so much time has gone by. All right. So please, please, please make sure agents respond to your emails. It's a shame I even have to say this. Respond to your emails, respond to your texts, agents and clients. It will help move the process along quite faster. Some people say that I get mad at them because I send you a text and then 20 minutes later I'm like, "Hey, are you around? We are in the middle of a transaction together. All you got to do is just text me back, busy right now, or can't answer right now, or at dinner with my family." I don't care. I'm expecting a quick response because someone is relying or depending on me. Yeah, I know I'm a pain in the ass, and unapologetically. All right, underwriting guidelines. Now, here's something that your loan originator doesn't always have control over. Now, if you are dealing with the type of lender where they underwrite all their own loans and process all their own loans and everything stays in house, you may have less of a problem. But there is different underwriting, whether the loan is conventional, FHA, USDA, VA, even hard money loans has a different underwriting process. And sometimes if you use a mortgage broker, then they are relying on a separate third party company. And even each individual company may have underwriting guidelines. And what I think they're called overlays. If you're out there and you're listening, let me know. But yeah, I think it's called overlays. But depending on the type of loan, depending on your credit score, depending on your income, and depending on the type of loan it is, there may be overlays. And if I'm wrong, I think that's the word. Um, there may be certain guidelines attached to the underwriting that could affect you. All right. And then it could lead to unexpected hurdles in getting the loan process approved. It's a pain. You see why my wife got out of the loan origination process? Man, we got kids, we got sports school. She's just like, "I can't deal with all this. I'm managing a house. I can't manage all these guidelines." And some of it led to tears and heartache and heartbreak. And she just wasn't equipped. But nevertheless, now she's in customer care. So sometimes she's going to be the one calling you saying, "Hey, get those docs in. The loan originator needs your docs." Or, "Hey, I want to help you get this loan process. I'm your friend. I'm going to help this happen." So just make sure that you understand there are underwriting guidelines that the loan originator doesn't have a lot of control over. All they need for you to do is comply so we can keep moving forward. Last minute request. This is you guys. This is you, the lender or the client, saying, "Hey, by the way," especially like right at the end of the process where everything's done, maybe waiting for a few minor details to come through. All of a sudden, it's like, "Yeah, I want to put my wife on this loan. Yeah, I want to put my girlfriend on here. Guess what? We got to underwrite her straight from the beginning. We got to underwrite her, and we got to make sure that she qualifies as well." But anything like, "Hey, I learned today that I got a promotion." Well, that may not affect you negatively, but what if you say, "I got a pay decrease, or I got to move in my company, or I stepped down from full time to part time." These are last minute requests that your loan originator is going to go, "Uh-oh." All right. So you want to make sure that you avoid last minute changes, last minute requests. "Hey, my aunt's going to co-sign for me," or "My friend wants to be on this, this deal too." Anything like that. Last minute request. And then sometimes the attorney needs to know as well as the loan originator. But I think this was a really short one. I want to make sure that I got those 10 pet peeves. I spoke to about 4 or 5 different loan originators, and I got like 1 or 2 tidbits from each. just to see if they were kind of similar. And a lot of them were actually the same. Yeah. So just a quick rundown. Top 10, we had incomplete documentation, hiding financial information, changing of interest rates, unrealistic expectations, delayed of third-party services, rate shopping, don't do that, slow response. What else we got? Unresponsive agents, my pet peeve. Underwriting guidelines, last minute request. Yeah, so those are the things. So like I said, this was part one of a two-part mortgage conversation. Donna Wright is going to be on here. We're going to have some fun with that. We're going to do a real happy hour. We're going to drink a little bit, and we're going to talk about these issues and really how they affect us or affect you as clients and customers from someone who works in the industry. And she works closely with a lot of loan originators. So she hears the sighs and bickering around the office because some people just didn't do the right thing. That's all I got. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach out to me. I love your comments. And mortgage originators, I would love to hear some of your comments. Put those in the comments as well. Let me know, am I on these people that I interviewed for these top 10 things? Let me know if they're right and exact, and we'll go from there. Other than that, I will talk to you guys on the other side. You have a good one. Take care. This is the Real Estate Happy Hour, and I'm your host, Chris Wright. It's a fun place where we talk real estate, pop culture, and what's trending. Hey, I might even give you some good advice